And welcome to Our Voice, Our Opinion. We are so happy that you're watching us today. So what brings us back here today?
The question was, is marriage based off feelings or a choice?
Love.
Love?
L-O-V-E.
It may be based off love, but
You talking about the beginning?
yeah. But after year 2, what's love
Got to do with it.
You got that.
It's why do you always see people make
Hey,
that face? Why do you always see people make that face when you bring up?
I
marriage?
love you.
Look. It's like I wouldn't say marriage is bad, but it's work. You hear people say it's work. I think it is. It's always changing.
Mm-hmm.
Always changing.
Yes.
I think one thing we said it earlier. I think one thing people have to do is you have to change your perspective of marriage.
So let's go back to the beginning, though. Not even perspective of it, but getting into it. So the things that you look at in the girlfriend. So, you know, how easy is the girl? What does she look like? How much money does she make? What does all that matter down the road?
Not at all.
No, not from a man's perspective. I don't believe I'm wrong.
Because looks change.
Yes,
Okay.
You
definitely.
can gain or lose weight.
Yes.
You can gain. The male can gain or
Older,
lose
get
weight.
older, younger, stuff falls out, sags down.
I mean, you can't. I've learned stuff falls out. And he's right. You get with a girl.
Oh, hair.
Hair.
Yeah. Oh wow.
It's true though.
I got the
You get
giggles.
with a girl. You get sleepy. You get with a girl that you say she has a nice smile,
Okay.
and then her teeth start falling out.
Mercy.
And what do? You know, you leave her because she doesn't have this pretty smile anymore.
That's true.
You know, you leave because her hair starts falling out, or you lose your hair. So you can't base it off looks.
Or a woman's body will change after she has babies.
Yeah.
So
And I think it's really shallow when you see these movies
Mm-hmm.
and you hear people talk. You know, when they're not experienced, and they say, "Oh well, I gotta have the nice ring, and I gotta
Yes,
have
sir.
a nice house," and that has nothing to do with marriage.
I believe when you first dating or you first meet somebody special, marriage, and you want to marriage should always be a sense of commitment, because it's not love because you're infatuated with the person, to be honest, you know, because you don't see any faults. And that love, what you're talking about, it's only 5-10 years down the road, you're gonna learn what love is. All right. You gotta learn what love is. Bitch.
You're gonna learn
You gotta
that.
learn. But
So how long you been married?
I've been married now going
Come on, man.
October 12th, it will be 13 years.
13.
he had to calculate it.
But I've been with my wife, we're dating for 5, so about total of 18 years almost. I've been total.
Okay.
And we both agreed, commitment. So you're gonna have problems in marriage or whatever, things are gonna change, but as long as you understand commitment, you can work out, you learn how to love somebody, because and let's keep it real. You gotta learn how to love somebody, because everything is not always sweet or
It's
bitter
not.
in marriage.
It's not. But I think it's good. We have to look at marriage differently.
Yeah.
You know, we have
Yeah.
to, because, you know, guys are like, oh man, the whole ball and chain. You know, and we have
I
to
don't
look
believe
at
in
it.
ball and chain.
We have to look at it. Balls and chains.
Ball, okay. Yes. Sometimes you might lose one.
So let me say, so I can tell you that my perspective as a woman, from my perspective, marriage has changed as I have gotten more mature. Because I will tell you, thank you, Holly and Carrie. I sat and watched my friend Holly just have this beautiful baby girl. And Holly's up with the baby and she's feeding her and she's not getting sleep. Chris is in there knocked out, sleeping good, getting the best rest ever. And it hit me. I'm like, oh, this ain't what I thought it was. I mean, it becomes a partnership, like true give and take. And I'm sitting here like, I'd be pissed if I had to have this baby the whole time and he's in there sleeping good and I ain't slept and I got this, but it's just like, and she's just happy and smiling and I'm just like, it hit me. That's what marriage is. I mean, it's this true partnership between two people who are going to build this life together, and it's not always pretty. I mean, it's not always going to smell good, it's not always going to look good, but just to see her face with this baby and just to have her family, just the joy. And I thought, man, that's what it is.
It changes. You say your friends 6 months from now, a year from now, then he'll take charge, and he'll be the one staying up, and when the baby's sick or whatever, it changes from year to year, 5, 10 years, 15 years in.
Definitely.
Jobs change, incomes
change,
expectations, goals change, the people's mentality, everything is just changing constantly. So when people say, "Oh, is it based off feelings or choice?" I think it's a little bit of both. You have the choice to marry this person because of their feelings, the way you feel about this person.
At that point.
And you have to realize, like, going in, this is the person that I choose to live the rest of my life with, to share these memories with, the memories of the baby, the memories of, remember when I lost my job and we had to eat canned goods that we borrowed from your mama, and we only had one car. That's the stuff that's marriage is made out of.
That's the glue.
I look at it like when the Martin Luther King quote where it says the true measure of a man is not when it's up, it's when it's down. Something like that. Yeah. But that's when I look at marriage. Remember that time we only had one car, and we got a flat, and it was snowing, and it was this. Oh yeah. That's what I like, those things. You got a story to tell.
You're right about that, man. And I think, but just put a disclosure out there too, again, about commitment. Not all the time commitment does work, but sometimes you may have somebody who may be in an abusive relationship or whatnot, or something that they can't control out of their own cause. But if you agree, and you're not dealing with wrestling with things like that, if you agree to stay together, no matter what, and have those fun experiences, marriage will be wonderful. That's why our divorce rate for the long term is changing so high, because people don't understand what commitment is. Yeah. They have a back door in the back of their mind. If he does this, I'm going to leave, or she does this, I'm going to leave. But if you guys are willing to honor each other and committed, you can work past ugly, good-looking looks, whatever, for the rest of your life.
And can you work past when people say, "I fell out of love," or "I'm not in love with you anymore"?
You can work past that.
Yeah, definitely.
You can work past that. Anything is.
You ever had a roommate before?
Anything.
I had a twin. I had a roommate.
So if you had a roommate in college, you don't have to necessarily love your roommate, but as long as they pay the bills and y'all work figure out, they put y'all come.
But as long as it's healthy, sometimes you have to. It's hard to live with somebody and not be at odds at some time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you have to say, okay, for this particular point of time, we're just not going to really communicate too much with each other. You can't take a vacation from being a parent or take a vacation from being a spouse.
Say that again.
You just can't.
That is words of wisdom.
Two things you cannot take a vacation.
Words of wisdom, right?
But
you can run, but you can't hide.
You can't hide.
Come on now.
So you have to find little things that get you through to the next day, the next week, or the next year, and say, okay, well, this month we really didn't talk much, and it was cool. As long as y'all both have that understanding, like, all right, I'm still here, you still here. We're just kind of doing our own little thing and not separating, but just kind of giving each other a little space.
Agreed.
Yeah, then, sometimes some things work differently for other couples. Some couples have their own bedroom. And if it works for them, it works. They have their own accounts. If it works, it works. Mm-hmm. So you have to find what works for you and the way you can keep it pushing forward.
Yeah. On that note, I love that what you said. That's powerful stuff, my brother.
I try.
You should never try to change your spouse. Work on yourself. Don't try to work on your spouse. Work on yourself.
But don't leave your spouse while you're working on yourself. Yeah. Oh, I'm preaching now. We gotta go. Listen,
yes,
continue the conversation on Facebook and YouTube.
And let me know the secret, right?
Yeah, let Keisha know the secret. And we're gonna have some more fun stuff with you this season here on Our Voice, Our Opinion, and we'll be right back.
Bye.